Welcome back to Screamers. I'm Jessie. I'm here in the studio, as always, with Maya and Honor. And this week we're going to be talking all about the latest WSL action and lots of cup news. So shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Well, a huge weekend in the WSL. Man City now 9 points clear of Chelsea, and Sonia Bonpastor has conceded that the title race is probably over.
Probably is doing a lot there.
I know, probably is doing a lot, and I do think she's playing mind games with us. But shall we start with the first team to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge?
Sure, fine.
So Arsenal went away to Stamford Bridge yesterday and came away with a 2-0 win. A glorious 2-0 win, should I say. I want to say that this was one of Honor's examples of Arsenal are the best team in the world when you watch them, because you said sometimes they are.
Sometimes they are.
But I have to say, I think the win, I thought we played well, but I also thought Chelsea didn't really turn up as well.
No, they didn't rise to the occasion
No.
like Arsenal did.
Yeah.
Arsenal from the whistle just looked much more up for it. And I think set up better to win the game as well. Like Chelsea really just couldn't get through their midfield at all.
No, and I think although we missed a lot of chances in the first half and we had that kind of like issue with the finishing, we did have way more chances, I think.
I think that's the thing. You actually had chances.
Yeah.
It's like you'd saved up all of the shots that you'd not been taking in recent matches just for this one game.
Thank God.
I've never seen Chelsea's midfield just look so ragged and like run through.
Yeah.
And for Arsenal just to be playing through Chelsea's midfield so easily, so frequently was ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think Kira Walsh has been a loss for Chelsea recently. And for her not to start that game, I think that was a really glaring loss.
I agree.
Obviously, until she came on.
And then
But
it
it's
did
like,
change.
could you not
Yeah.
have tried to start her and then maybe sub her off when you have some control over the
Yeah.
game? Because it just looked like they had no idea.
I think Bonpastor just got it completely
I
wrong.
do
She
as
said
well.
after the match that they couldn't really cope with Beth Mead and Beth Mead's positioning because she wasn't really playing like that wide wing. It was Emily Fox doing all the
I was
width.
seeing her all over the pitch. I
Yeah.
was like, Beth Mead? And then Fox up on the...
Yeah. But like Emily Fox was playing so high, it was like she was the right winger, and they just couldn't deal with Beth Mead. I thought she was absolutely fantastic.
She was outstanding, yeah.
That was like Beth Mead to a T of just being all over the pitch, creating, like having an impact, doing it for the fans as well. Like rises. She might not have those games every single game, but when it matters, she has those games.
Thank God she didn't go to London City Lionesses in the summer.
You reckon she like artificially just set her own wage demands really, really high so she couldn't? So yeah, I want £7 million a week, actually.
You can't afford me, hun.
Yeah, look, I'm engaging in the process, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, what can I say? She was brilliant. Like she got her goal, which I was really worried watching the first half that how well she'd been playing. I was like, oh, this could be one of those games where does really, really well, but doesn't get like the goal or the assist that pays off. And then she got one of each.
That was a classic Beth Mead vintage screamer.
Yeah. And the assist as well. It was like, it's been a long time since I've seen Chelsea defending that woeful.
Oh my gosh, Mariona Calente, acres of space.
Yeah.
Completely unmarked.
It was like from the moment Beth Mead beat her player, all of the Chelsea defence just went,
Yeah.
This was just the story of the game, though. Like, all of a sudden, Arsenal's players are like, you've got 4 Arsenal players in the box and no Chelsea defenders to be seen within feet of them. It's like the way they were letting them slip through so easily, and also Arsenal's balls for players to run onto really, really cleverly. I think Stina as well played a big part in that. Her and Russo just kind of causing a bit of chaos and running around, and defenders couldn't track them.
Yeah, they both worked so hard, and I think it's such a good game plan. Do you remember those days when people said that Stina and Russo can't play together?
Yeah.
So, well, no, they both do very different things, but they're both such hard workers
Yeah.
and will be selfless when it matters, and like create those spaces. And considering Arsenal had such a limited depth going into this game, there was like 5 outfielders on the bench, of whom like
Crazy
3 were
thin
defenders. Like to manage the game that well, to not be chasing a goal, to be kind of comfortably winning. I thought it was fantastic.
But look, there are 9 games left. I
Yeah.
wouldn't write Chelsea off. I mean, remember when Emma Hayes said, oh, we're not going to win silverware after that loss to Liverpool, and yet
And yet,
they weren't 9 points behind, to be fair, but
Yeah.
and Sonia Bonpastor doesn't have the whimsy of Emma Hayes, like choosing
it's
to avoid
true.
questions by reading poems. Like, when she says it's gone,
Yet.
I kind of believe her. Yeah.
I do think it's a bit of a different story this season, though, with just the strength of Man City, because they have been so dominant.
Shall we move on to the Man City game then? So they came into this having won 11 straight games in the league. So here they came to London City Lionesses.
It was one of those, this is what champions do. You have the chance, you extend your lead. But they did
They made it hard.
hard work for
Really
themselves.
hard.
Yeah, I think LCL put on a good showing as well, because it's been interesting to see, how they're doing with this new manager coming in. And a very funny stat, thank you JPH for this, but as of yesterday, Chelsea and London City Lionesses had both got 7 points from their last 5 games. So they're on par with the reigning champions. Well done, London City.
It's like, Anna Kaborba's got the same amount of clean sheets at Stamford Bridge as Southampton. It's also quite funny. City probably should have had the game sewn up, I think, by half-time. They kind of allowed London City Lionesses to come back into it because they went 1-0 up, but I think they probably could have had at least 2, maybe
I think
3.
a lot of that also came through they started panicking.
Yeah.
Which meant that then they started leaving space for London City Lionesses. And luckily for them, London City Lionesses didn't quite capitalise on the opportunities handed to them. I think Isabel Goodwin, she played really well, but often she didn't have any support up there, or she wasn't quite clinical enough, or the decision making wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
But I think Man City were lucky in that respect.
Yeah, and I think Yamashita as well. They're very lucky to have Yamashita in the form that she's in, because that Isabel Goodwin 1v1.
Yes.
That's a really, really good save.
Yeah.
And lucky to
deny
then
her
hit
there.
off the post.
Yeah.
It's the blonde hair dye has given her, the bleach has given her superpowers, I think.
And that light up kit.
Yeah.
Aura.
It's crazy. I couldn't take my eyes off it.
But I think London City Lionesses did really well to get back into it, and I think they grew in the second half. And the Freya Godfrey goal I thought was fantastic.
Me too.
Yeah, stunning.
Just, like, the break on the counter attack, but then arguably Yamashita could have anticipated it a bit more, but I don't think that takes anything away from how good the goal was.
Yeah, was there a bit of a deflection as well, which kind of took it behind Yamashita? I wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
No, it
No.
wasn't. Okay.
I think from the angle, it looked like it just sort of cleared, and I think maybe keeper could have done a bit better, but also I think it was just a great goal.
I think also some of those players weren't expecting her to shoot; they were expecting her to cross.
Yeah, which would have been a very fair assumption, to be honest. And then Bunny finally got her goal to seal the winner, like ran away in front of the fans. Might have just been escaping the sounds of the umpire band that was playing constantly through that game.
Can I just say, I actually really enjoyed the band.
Did you?
I thought it was a really high quality of music.
It was. I mean, it was, as far as brass
I
bands
really
go,
liked it.
it was a good brass band. But it was very confusing to hear it constantly playing throughout the game.
I kind of liked it. What can I say? I actually wrote down truly beautiful trumpet playing.
Wow.
It was quite beautiful. It was almost like with the emotion of when people play the last post on Remembrance Day. It was giving that.
It's a similar occasion, like London City Lionesses, Man City.
The brass band at LCL playing Valerie by the Zootons was the same as the last post.
And it really attracted some big names as well, the brass
Yes.
band. We had
It did.
Alexia,
Mariona Caldente,
Yeah,
Beth
they
Mead.
flew
half
there
of
just for that.
Arsenal, half of Barcelona, half of Chelsea.
Yeah.
Patry,
It's Michelle Kang whining and dining them all.
Alyssa Thompson was there.
yeah, Ellie
Ellie
Carpenter.
Carpenter.
I saw some very out of the loop fans on Twitter wondering why Ellie Carpenter was there. I was like, oh guys. Oh.
Oh, come on. Do we need to go through where they're living again?
Listen, it's here. You get there in an hour. It's fine.
7X. Right, anyway.
But yeah, that now solidifies them at the top of the table. They are 9 points clear.
Crazy for this stage in the season.
Yeah, I mean, anything could happen. Obviously, it could come down a lot, but that is quite a gap to reel someone in with how many games there are left.
Yeah, and obviously Man City no longer being in the Subway Cup, not in the Champions League. They have
The future is bright.
the league to really focus on, and their squad is looking pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, they are looking great. I mean, Blinkhilda Brown just continues to be
Yeah.
an
Obsessed
engine in
with
that
her.
midfield. So exciting to see where, even though it looks like at the stage is set, I think the run-in will still throw a few curveballs. So
Let's hope so.
who knows what's going to happen. One team who's charged for the top 3 might have had a little bit of a spanner thrown in the works today. is Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Because, guys, I've done well. I've not brought it up until like 3 matches in.
Is that a
was
mere
very
Enderby-shaped
calm
spanner?
introduction. Yeah.
It's a mere Enderby-shaped spanner in the works. I wore my Liverpool shirt in honour of it finally happening. The first league win.
I'm happy for you.
It's insane, sorry, that you haven't, like, congratulations, but it's insane that you haven't won a league game up until the 25th of January.
Yeah. I mean, listen, who said it had to be straightforward, eh?
But do you know what? It made it mean so much. I loved watching those celebrations. I don't think I've ever seen Gaza look so happy.
So happy, but there was a shot of him just looking like, oh, thank God. Like,
Well, relief, yeah.
Sheer relief
Sheer
at
relief.
the end. It was such an interesting game because I thought we played brilliantly. Like we were so like on the front foot. We kind of smothered Spurs. They couldn't get out of their own half for large parts of that. I mean, like, we were winning the ball back really quickly, but things just weren't coming off, and we weren't being quite clinical enough. We hit the post. I mean, Bergstrom could have had 2 that hit the post. Our new signing, Aurelie Chilag, just looked fantastic.
She looked incredible. She looks like
We found a
really
diamond.
exciting, a proper diamond.
I was right to go in on the Swiss Queens. What can I say? And Kerry Holland again, like a fantastic game for Kerry Holland. But I was like, this is going to be another one where we play so well and we don't win, and we should have won, and it'll be really frustrating because that's where we're like not moving up the table. And then Mia Enderby came on and just caused chaos.
Love.
So funny that we could have won it in a really beautiful way with some screamers and like brilliant team goals, and it's like no, we're gonna have the scrappiest goal where you're not really sure how it ends up in the back of the net, and then you're gonna have a Spurs player falling over and Enderby racing away. But fair play for all of that I've said about Mia Enderby this season. You can tell. I think last season she wouldn't have scored that second goal.
That was very clinical.
Especially that
finish.
second one. Yeah, exactly.
She
I
took
was
that really
thinking that.
calmly.
Yeah, you can tell she's worked on the composure in those like 1v1 situations. But oh my God, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy.
I'm so happy for you.
I do think that's kind of what we were talking about Spurs. I think it was last week or the week before, about how like they have actually been really lucky in the way they've won games. And that game that they just played against Liverpool, I was thinking like this will be another, if they win this, it will be another of those slightly scammy wins where you're not like it could have gone either way. And it's just this season been falling Spurs' way loads of times, which is why I'm not, I obviously they're so much better than they ever have been, but I'm not convinced they're like, you know, at the level that they are in the table.
Yeah.
And if they had won this game, I think that would have been a real disservice. And I think some of the games they have won have been that. So I'm so pleased that you managed to pull it out of the bag in literally the dying second.
It was it was like 94 and 96, and there was a save.
Crazy.
I can't remember who against. It might have been against Gorpset. Jenny Falk.
Yeah.
Incredible
In the middle, yeah.
Unreal save.
But I thought we did a very good job of handling Gorpset. Like I was fully prepared to watch our players fall apart dealing with her. But there was only one moment where I can sort of remember her doing I'm going to now charge through your entire team and 6 of you aren't going to be able to stop me, which was terrifying. Nothing came of it, thank God. But Spurs weren't really being able to play her in as well, which felt like a real combination of everything they've been working on for the past few months.
And the immediate impact of Falk as well. I think you would obviously just crying out for a solid keeper, and she comes in and she's a big game changer for Liverpool.
Yeah. I think the relegation playoff battle is going to become a lot more interesting from here on out, because Liverpool is still bottom of the table now, but it's only a point the gap.
Very tight.
So what are you on for?
We're on 7 points now.
Are you?
Thanks.
Oh.
4, thank you.
I'm so sorry.
We're on 7 points now, so that's a point behind West Ham and Everton, who are both on 8, Leicester on 9. But we've got a better goal
It's
difference
tight.
than 2 of those teams.
Yeah.
We've lost fewer games than 2 of those teams. So
Yeah.
And you're also, as we've spoken about, on a journey where you can actually see the improvement, whereas some of those other teams are just getting slightly random results, but you're not seeing like that they're building really on stuff.
yeah.
And the signings you've made
Yeah.
are making an immediate impact.
What a window.
What a crazy window for Liverpool. We were saying earlier on in the season what Liverpool need to do is back Gaz and sign some really decent players, and they actually have done exactly that.
Yeah.
Against all expectations.
Thank God they listened.
I think it's us. Yeah, clearly it's the Screamers' impact. What
Our
can I
impact
say?
again.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I would back you though to kind of not be the bottom of that battle at all. Like,
100%.
I would back us to not be, and I would back West Ham. The team I think is in danger actually is Everton.
Everton, yeah.
I think Everton are kind of losing their way. So they were the Friday night kickoff game against Brighton.
Brighton travelling fans, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Friday night all the way up to Liverpool. Bloody brilliant.
I was very impressed by that long journey from them and their interesting and fun chants. I really like the Tranquich chant, so...
I don't think I clocked that. Give us a rendition.
No, I couldn't do it off the top of my head, but it's something about being blue and white and then like Yelena. I was like, yeah. Go Yelena.
It wasn't the most exciting of matches for them to have made that quite long journey for, but
No.
I don't think they'll mind having come away with a 1-0 win. There was a brilliant save as well from, I think, after she kind of made her own mess of Ndozi, sort of gave the ball straight away to I don't know can't remember who it was to, and then like had to pull out this incredible save to rescue it. You're like, that's one for the highlights reel as long as we don't show what came before it. But shout out to Everton women for keeping the grand old tradition of booze at Goodison Park alive and well. I was worried what was going to happen when the men's team left that stadium.
I mean, we have all had a lot of love for Brian over the years.
Something's going on at Everton.
He's
with the Kelly Gargo stuff as well, which
Yeah.
obviously is not confirmed. But they're really missing her on the pitch.
Yeah.
Because we were all so excited when they signed her and she was brilliant.
Yeah.
Maybe it affects the dressing room.
Nikita Paris made a really interesting point afterwards in the studio about how like he clearly has a system he wants to play, but when you don't have the players you have to adapt, and he's
That's
not
kind
adapting.
of been the Brian Sorensen story for like 4 seasons though.
Yeah.
How
He's-
long can it go on?
Exactly. Like he's wanted to play this system and it hasn't been working because he hasn't had the players for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that we're always saying about Everton. And we were saying it about Liverpool, but it's working now.
Yeah.
But Brian Sorensen has had such a long run up and it has never, I mean, it's clicked maybe for a few games,
Yeah.
Mm.
but never for a long section of the season, which is why Everton are never finishing in like
Yeah.
a decent position.
He's not adapting to the players
No.
that he's got, or the system might click, like you said, it clicks once or twice, but then those players get injured, so then
Exactly.
you have to adapt to it.
Yeah.
It's all a bit
Yeah.
strange. I think they feel like they're on a downward trajectory, whereas the other teams feel like they're on the way up. Before we move on to the other matches, what do you guys think about the Friday night kickoff as a match slot for the WSL?
Personally, I love a Friday night kickoff.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
I really enjoyed it. Obviously, it's tough as an away fan.
Yeah.
But Brighton fans
Yeah.
showed us that it can be done if you're a dedicated away supporter.
If you care enough.
No, I loved it. I think it's great for
Yeah.
once being able to have 3 days
Exactly.
where you can watch the WSL.
I think that's it. It's like, apart from anything else, a Friday night kickoff means less simultaneous games on the Sunday. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's a really good slot anyway, but also it just means there's more opportunities for people to watch more than one game. And
Yeah.
that is a good thing, in my opinion.
If they commit to it and put some thought into it, I saw someone on Twitter suggesting that it would be a great slot for like local derbies. Because you
Yeah.
imagine like a Friday night
Exactly.
packed out stadiums, like that could be like a really exciting thing. So whether they'll put a bit of thought into when those matches could be scheduled next season and sort of make it a bit more, that
That's a
ties
really
into
good
their
point.
idea for it being an event, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of big fixture in the calendar. But yeah, I guess we should talk about Leicester and West Ham. West Ham's first away win of the season.
West Ham's first away win of the season.
How are you feeling about your side?
Hard to know
Mm.
because obviously we've just had this kind of mass exodus of West Ham players leaving. We've had obviously Anouk Denton left, Amber Tiziak left. It's like they're all going away. Cascarino's come in and looks pretty solid ever since the earring
Earring gate.
situation. And then obviously today my girl Verena Hanshaw
Oh,
kicks off the scoring with
gorgeous.
an absolute stunner of a free kick.
I was obsessed with how calm she looked doing it as well. Like it was just like she was just handing the ball back.
Yeah. Sorry, did you lose
Yeah, do you want this? Sorry. I'll put it there so you know where it is.
So cool about it. And then obviously great to see Shakira Martinez back to scoring as well with a really, really good finish. But one of my favourite Barclays women is back, and that is Alicia Lehmann back at Leicester. And what an impact she's made already. I know it was technically an own goal, but she She really made that happen. So Alicia, welcome back.
All is well in the world. Alicia
All
Lehman
is well in the world.
He's back into VSL.
I know. Against her former team. Yeah, love to see it. I've missed her.
I mean, it's going to do wonders for Leicester's social media game. If we're sure of anything, we're sure of that.
Yeah, and she might even have some impact on the pitch. Who knows?
Who knows?
And Man United battered Villa at Villa Park after it being quite kind of even score-wise for a bit. Stunner from Kirsty Hansen, as we can expect every week at the moment, to be honest. But yeah, Ziggiotti scored straight from a corner, which was pretty insane. And then there's just like an influx of goals towards the end of the game from United to really put it to bed.
Hannah Lundqvist, loving her being in the... She's just fun to watch.
Very fun to watch.
Which is very weird to say about a United player. But Kirsty Hansen, that now puts her second. I don't think anyone's catching Bunny Shaw, but that puts her second in the Golden Boot race.
That's
Whoa.
crazy.
Which is
Good for her.
so fun. She's such a consistent player, but I think maybe she's kind of flown under the radar in previous seasons. Maybe by dint of like who she plays for, and obviously, you know, the Bunny Shaws, the Alessia Russos, but I like that she's getting her plaudits more consistently this season.
My other issue with Manchester United this week was actually my issue is not with Manchester United, but it's with aerial fantasy games, because I put my bench boost on, guys.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, let's do it this week. I was thinking, I've got Borb on the bench. I thought she was going to maybe have to pull off a lot of saves. In the end, she got 9 points. Had Park on the bench, got 12 points. The bench boost didn't work. So I had like 23 points sitting on my bench.
Maybe it'll come into effect like tomorrow, like, you know, when it's all ended. Maybe it's still within the window where they're calculating points.
No, it's just, I don't think so. Anyway, so I was thinking I might give Danny a message and be like, give me my points, because I'm actually having a breakdown.
Oh my God. You talking about that now reminds me I haven't opened it. Definitely not in 2026, the app, and possibly not in December or November. So I need to check it.
It's going to be so funny if you open it and you have more points than Honor.
I will
I don't
die
think
happy.
you do, because I'm top of our football team league.
But your bench boost didn't kick in, so you don't know what
Yeah.
Maya's on this week.
Maybe mine did.
Yeah.
Guys, no, it's not funny. I actually nearly cried at lunch today, and I threw JPH's phone on the floor.
Honestly, you need to get a life.
I know, but I just have such pride in this. Like, let me just have one thing.
No one's stopping you, hun. Anyway, so back in the real world.
So, no, we need to... Honor will pick 16 million different football teams to support so she can have her one thing. But no, it's fantasy football.
Well, I don't think I've ever supported a team that's won a whole lot, but...
You're not choosing very well, are you? Anyway, back in the real world, the table
Okay, Glory
is now
Hunter.
looking... Oh my God, I wish I was a Glory Hunter.
But, mate, you've just won the Champions League.
Yes, guys, remember, that wasn't me mentioning it on an episode, that was Honor.
I love the idea of winning the Champions League being glory hunting. No, them entering this totally prestigious Champions Cup against teams you've never heard of. That is glory hunting.
I'm excited for that next weekend.
Well, that's what's keeping the triple alive, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So second, third and fourth are now really tight. So obviously Man City are on 36, but then Chelsea in second on 27, Arsenal in third on 26, Man U in fourth on 25, and we were also one away from each other in goal difference as well.
Oh, that is
3
tight.
teams. So it's very tight.
Very tight. And Spurs just 2 points behind United on 23. So that top 5 could
With a
be
stunning
very
goal
mobile.
difference of -1.
-1 goal difference?
Yeah,
Wow.
I know.
I think the thing is as well, it's like they're all tight together, but there are teams throughout the table who are capable of being spoilers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
You're not just relying in the way that I think you have been in previous seasons. You're not just relying on the big three to all take hits out of each other.
No, not
So
at
true.
all. Look at Everton.
Yeah, in a way that I wonder now if we'll ever see something like the multiple league wins in a row that we saw with Chelsea, if that will happen again, actually. I don't see now the direction that WSL is moving in, where there is quality much more throughout the table, where it's a much more competitive league. I don't think that will ever happen again.
Certainly, I think it's getting year on year less and less predictable, which is fun.
It's only good for the game.
Exactly. That's all WSL action this weekend, but next weekend there'll be more WSL action and, of course, the prestigious, thank you, Jessie, Champions Cup.
How much content's going to come out of that, I wonder.
You're attending?
Yeah, I won't be going to the semis on Wednesday, but I will go to the final on Sunday.
And the third place playoff.
I'll be there.
what
I mean, great value. Also thinking of me being able to log 2 games in one day on Footballogy. It's my dream.
She's all about the apps, this
Yeah.
girl.
All about the apps.
You're away, aren't you?
I am in Tenerife and was hoping to be able to catch a Tenerife La Liga game, but I think it kicks off while I'll be in the air on the way back. So
Oh, that's a shame.
no football whatsoever this weekend for me.
Well, we will send you updates from the Champions Cup. The first silverware of the season's up for grabs.
Well, after a weekend full of football, I think it's time we pick out our new batch of Screamers of the Week, shouldn't we?
A fresh batch out the oven.
Oh, sizzling! I can hear them, hear them in the oven already. Honor, what are you picking this week?
I was quite torn.
There were loads of screamers this week.
There were.
Maybe we shouldn't say our honourable mentions in case someone
Okay,
else has
yeah.
picked them.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, it's really hard. It's a really hard choice. I think
It's always boom and bust with these screamers, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that is really not consistent
No.
week to week.
I'll go with Hanshaw.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think I'll go with that free kick. I think that was just a banger.
Maya, what are you picking?
Oh, God, what am I picking? There were so many good ones. I think I'm going to go with Ziggiotti's corner.
Wow, the Olympico.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool, and I haven't picked one like that for ages.
Mm.
Obviously, I was initially going to pick Beth Mead's
I don't
vintage,
think
but it's only because it made me so, like, beating Chelsea away is
Yeah.
what dreams are made of.
Even though you weren't there, gutted.
I know. Sometimes you do have to visit your aunt in Bath. That's the thing.
I mean, it's not like
It sounds like a strange euphemism. Sometimes you have to visit your aunt in Bath.
If you know what I mean.
like she's gone to the coast to take some sea air.
Oh, I was thinking more like gone to see a man about a dog. Anyway.
Got to see an aunt about a bath.
I was just so happy about it. I thought, I'll just pick this. I will just pick the Beth Mead Screamer. But then I saw Julia Ziggiotti's corner and I thought, no, that's the one.
Olympicos are so fun.
So
They are
fun. They don't happen that often unless you're Katie McKay playing for Ireland.
I don't think that's that often. It's happened like once.
True. Maybe twice.
This was a really nice finish as well. The way
Yeah.
it just went straight into the kind of the back, the side netting.
And I like Ziggiotti.
Yeah, I like Ziggy. That's been another really good signing for United. I wonder what it's like. I mean, goalkeepers, get in touch, let us know. How does it feel to concede an Olympico?
Probably not that many have. you
Yeah,
know?
because it's like, it's such a freak occurrence. Like, I wonder how much you actually sort of...
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Prepare for
happening
it.
more and more, and especially in the WSL this season. We've seen multiple.
What's going on?
Is it the rise of in-swinging corners?
We'll have an in-depth investigation.
We need someone to investigate for us.
We'll have some whistleblowers talk about a change in tactics or something like
Yeah.
that. There must be reasons.
Talk to us, guys. Jessie, what are you going for?
I was also torn. There was a few that I was bandying about. I think, as you know, I'm going to go, sorry, Glasgow City. I'm going to have to betray our friends and pick the Rangers goal, the Rangers equaliser against them today, that has made the sort of top of the table mix quite interesting in the SWPL. I think there's still quite a way to go before the table splits. But yeah, it was a really late equaliser. The wind, as I said, the wind in this game was absolutely insane. So there was this massive switch played out to Brookshire, and I thought it had been overhit, but she got the ball. The Glasgow City defender did really well to stop being able to put a cross in first time, then cuts back inside and just hits it from the edge of the box, and it goes right across into the opposite goal, and it was just really, really well taken. And did that thing of sort of like looking at the line, no, we're all good, and then ran off to celebrate. It was a really, really great goal. But honourable mention, well, 2 honourable mentions. One is for Jennifer Falk's save, because it's
Sure.
I've done it before. I've put screamers up as saves before, so sod it, why not? But did you see Ona Batch's goal in the Supercoppa semi-final against
No.
Bilbao? That was a really, really nice hit. And the way it was kind of everybody stopped to watch it go in. They're like,
You know it's good.
yeah, all right, that's fine. But no, I'm going to go with the Rangers goal. So we
Nice.
will put the clips of those goals up on Instagram for you to take a look at if you've not seen them already. And then you can vote for your Screamer of the Week on Spotify and on Instagram stories.
As we hinted at earlier, there is a lot of cup stuff swirling around. So we've had the FA Cup draw, we've had the Subway Cup semi-finals and the announcement of some changes to the Subway Cup format from next season onwards. FA Cup draw, guys. How are you feeling?
I think some of us are feeling better than others. Well, we've got the Maya Derby in the 5th round.
For those who don't know, Maya used to live in Bristol.
Yeah,
So
got a special place in my heart.
Arsenal, Bristol City I think that'll be a fun game.
I think it'll be a really fun game. I'm also hoping we're going to win it, so that will also be fun. But there's obviously no guarantees here. But no, I think it'll be a really fun game. It'll be nice to see Bristol City again.
If you don't win it, will it be a little easier to take because it's Bristol?
Yeah, because I love Bristol, so I would be sad if we just completely demolished them. Well, I wouldn't be sad, obviously, but maybe I would be actually.
Honor's got a real look in her face that she's about to.
No, just that you were saying how much you desperately wanted to win the FA Cup.
Yeah, but I don't want to demolish them 7-0.
Okay.
Obviously, I want to win
the.
Yeah, obviously, I want to win the game.
I don't know.
I just want them to feel like they haven't been just completely walked over, which they won't because
They might beat you anyway.
exactly.
They've made some good signings.
I mean, we're
looking good.
definitely not going to beat them 7-0. So
Yeah, I think that it will be a good match to watch. I think City have probably, of all of the WSL teams,
Well, they've
City
done well.
have done the best with their
Yeah.
draw against Sheffield United. And we have drawn Everton, which I am super thrilled about. But having said that, we beat them in the cup. We usually beat them in the cup, so I'm hoping that continues.
Yeah, and if it's not at Anfield,
I'm pretty sure it
then
won't be at Anfield, so I feel quite quite reassured by that.
I think one of the really big ones is Chelsea Man United.
yeah,
Mm.
I think there's a few good ones. I think Chelsea, Man U. I think London City Lionesses Spurs will be a really good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think West Ham Brighton. I think they're all pretty good games.
Yeah, I think Birmingham Chatham.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go
Yeah,
Chatham.
let's do it.
I'm glad it's not a WSL team for Chatham, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I like that for the most part, apart obviously City and Arsenal notwithstanding, the WSL teams have been drawn against each
Yeah.
other.
Totally, Oxford United, Charlton, one of them will be going through. It's cool that those teams are gonna stay in for longer.
Should we do it? Should we do a road trip and go and watch a different match? Or are you going to be at the M's to watch Arsenal Bristol?
I personally will be at the M's.
Well, I might go up to Birmingham.
Maybe we should all go to a different game.
Yeah, we could do that.
I wouldn't mind going to Birmingham, to be fair.
All right, maybe Honor and
Or
I'll go to
maybe-
Birmingham.
You guys go to Birmingham. I'll watch
No,
Arsenal.
maybe I'll do Chelsea Man United.
Oh, yeah.
You lost her.
I feel like that's quite fun.
For 30 seconds, I had a fun.
Yeah.
No, I'll think about it. There's all kinds of options. There's West Ham Brighton as well. But Chelsea Man United is not just going to be played in the FA Cup 5th round, but it's also going to be played in the Subway Cup final in Bristol on Mother's Day.
Chelsea United is becoming, it's like Chelsea had their City obsession last season. And then
Yep.
this season, they're like, no, we're going to go to the other Manchester
Mhm.
team. Now we're just going to play them all the time instead.
It's the new one.
It'll be interesting. It's United's first ever League Cup final, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Which is quite, I mean, Mark Skinner's making a big point of that in all of his post-match stuff about, oh, yeah, we're making history, like we're making history in the Champions League. It's like, yeah, it gets a little boring if you're saying it every time, Mark.
It's like us with our first episode back and our last episode.
yeah,
of
but
the
we
year.
do it in a fun way.
So true.
We're entertaining with
That's
it.
so true.
When is that? Is that going to be mid-March?
15th,
15th of March.
Ashton Gate.
I mean, like, neither of them were the most exciting of semi-finals, I'll be honest. Both kind of dull 1-0 wins.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think if it weren't for a mistake at the back, we were looking at a 0-0 stalemate again with Man U.
Yeah, I enjoyed Renee Slager's in the interview after the game saying that we just had one moment where we weren't ruthless in our decision making. I was like, I don't think you need to be
Do you
ruthless.
mean you had 90 minutes of non-ruthlessness and one mistake?
Yeah, I also don't think you need to be ruthless in your decision making to be like, maybe I shouldn't pass it to the player who's being closed down by two United players. Maybe that's not a good decision. It was a real brain fart moment from Borba, unfortunately.
It wasn't a great showing from us. There was obviously also the Olivia Smith red card, which even though I know a lot of people thought she shouldn't have got the first yellow, she still was on a yellow, so
Yeah.
she should have been more careful.
Silly decision.
Yeah.
I didn't see the first yellow. I think the second one was definitely a yellow card, and so it was only right to get a red one. It does.
I think it's kind of neither here nor there if you think the first yellow should have been given or not. The fact was she was already on a yellow, so she shouldn't have done the second one.
Should know better.
Yeah, and there are lots of conversations to be had about the sort of inconsistency of how players like Olivia Smith are refereed versus how other players are refereed. And I know she was getting, kicked 6 ways to Sunday across the pitch, but just don't give the referee that decision to make.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you just don't need to do it. And I don't know, you could tell, I mean, there's times like that you remember how young she is, isn't it? When she was, I think it looked like she was crying after the game.
She did look really upset, yeah.
But I mean, it's the kind of thing she'll learn from. She's still at an early enough stage in her career that it's not like, going to tar her with anything. But
no, and also it wasn't like Arsenal were looking like winning anyway. So it's not like her being sent off completely ruined our chances.
Well, you had hundreds of chances and didn't take any.
Well,
of them.
exactly.
So it's like, what was going to change?
Yeah, exactly.
it was, it was a resolute performance from United without being particularly exciting, and then
kind of the same from Chelsea as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hundreds of chances for Man City to score, and it
Yeah.
just seemed like a miracle that they didn't.
It was like they had magnets in the goal, just like
Maybe they did.
veering the ball.
Oh my God.
It's a conspiracy theory. We've not started yet. I mean, Hampton had some great saves, but it was like the post and gusts of wind that seemed to save Chelsea more than anything. And I think Bunny Shaw probably kicked herself for the break and then the open goal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hopefully the final's going to be more interesting and exciting than either of those semi-finals were.
And it might be the last time either of these two teams ever play in a League Cup final.
So true.
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Great segue.
Thank you. I'd prepped it. But that'd be good, wouldn't it? Manchester United, their first ever final, and then they win it, and then they can never play in it again. So yeah, the changes they were sort of came out earlier in the season, but they've now officially been confirmed that the top three in the WSL will no longer be part of the League Cup. That it's going to be a table system where you'll be drawn against 6 other opponents throughout the league, and the top 8 will go through to the quarterfinals. Pretty similar to the Champions League format, except there'll be no playoffs because there's not enough time. And it can no longer, by dint of not having everybody in the league involved, can no longer be called the League Cup.
So what's going to happen there?
Ooh, what's going to
Who
be the new
knows?
name?
I'm
I
sure.
hope they do a fan competition because I really want to see some of the submissions.
Oh God, that would be. You can imagine the state of stuff that will come in. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know. It's been struggling for relevancy as a competition, I think, for a while, and I'm not sure if this helps that or not.
I really am struggling to decide because, like, on one hand, it is always so fun to see these top teams matched up against each other. Like, I love seeing Chelsea Arsenal. I love Chelsea Arsenal in a final.
Yeah,
it's a great watch.
Yeah,
but then when you look at the Subway Cup and every single final for the past however many years has been Chelsea, Arsenal, or City.
Yeah,
then it's like, yeah, maybe we do want to see something different.
Yeah. The thing that I find really interesting about it is this blanket exclusion of the top 3 teams, because obviously currently in the WSL the top 2 get automatic Champions League qualification, the third has to go through the sort of the full qualification path, but even if a team does that, gets knocked out, doesn't make it into the Champions League proper, they won't then be in the League Cup. So this is the one thing I'm a bit confused about, is that the third place team could end up just losing a chance at silverware by not making it through to the Champions League, which I'm quite surprised that the clubs have agreed to that.
Yeah, I think there's a few. It's that as well, and then it's also that the team that comes fourth, because at the moment we still do have this kind of like top 4. It kind of gets handed to them.
Yeah.
Obviously that it doesn't, because anything can happen. But if you look at the stats, anything doesn't happen often, and so it's kind of handing the Subway Cup or whatever it ends up being called to that 4th team that's come 4th last year in the league. So I think those two, I'm quite surprised that all the clubs have agreed to it.
Yeah. It makes me wonder if maybe there is some kind of Champions League expansion coming up where we think we're going to get 3 guaranteed spots.
Yeah.
And that's why clubs have agreed to that, because, I mean...
doesn't feel like it's massively benefiting them without that.
No. It does feel a bit strange. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. And the chance... I think the thing also that is why people struggle to invest in the League Cup as viewers is the kind of the group system feels a bit strange, and you're playing, the teams that are playing, it's maybe not that interesting to watch some of these fixtures. So I guess this might make for more interesting games to watch, especially as neutrals, but it feels kind of like change for a change's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
To be continued, though.
yeah, check back in this time next year, see what we feel.
And before we go, has anyone got anything for the Woso Community Noticeboard?
I've got a few things. So the transfer window continues apace.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's been a couple of wild signings. Katie Zellum to West Ham is
Yes.
one of them.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't believe I didn't mention this already. More Barclays magic because, wow. Katie Zellum at West Ham, number 10. I'm obsessed, personally.
Has she played for London City Lionesses since
Hardly.
signing?
Hardly. She has, but she's rarely started. I don't think she's started since like the first day, maybe.
Was she injured? Or
No, she's just
wow.
out of favour. And they just obviously don't rate her. But I think she's a great player for West Ham in this position, and it's kind of crazy that she's willing to go there. I kind of thought that, anyone would be crazy to want to go to West Ham right now. But it's near London City Lionesses. It's alone. She's not getting any game time.
Yeah.
She's
Makes sense.
getting
for her,
older.
really.
Like, why not play when you know you're going to definitely make it into that team?
Someone should tell her she needs to change the bio on her Instagram, though, because it still says London City Lionesses.
Oh, it doesn't.
All
Well,
of
I
her
guess-
photos are West Ham, and she's got...
And then the other interesting thing, obviously, is that she played under Rita Guarino at Juventus. So there's that connection. So I wonder if she would be maybe keen to work with her again and vice versa. But yeah, buzzing.
It's good for you to have an incoming as well after all of the outgoings.
Yeah, so true.
Oh my God.
And then obviously Trinity Rodman has confirmed that she signed a 3-year deal with Washington Spirit after the NWSL made a whole new high impact player rule for her. So at least
it's
they
not
haven't
the
got egg on their
Rodman rule,
face.
guys. It's not the Rodman rule.
It would've-
Any other player can use it.
I do think she's really helped them save face there by not leaving the league. So
But
nice
it's
of her.
so stupid. Sorry, I just think it's all stupid.
It's what's hilarious is that the moment that the contract got approved by and they brought in this high impact player rule, then the players' union have launched this grievance. So there could now be the grievance is still ongoing. So there could now be a really insane situation where it goes through the arbitration process. They find out that the NWSL has violated the collective bargaining agreements by approving this. So the high impact player rule gets dismissed. And so Trinity Rodman will be the only player on the high impact player rule.
Oh my God.
Is a situation
Because
that
they have to honour her contract.
They have to honour her contract because her contract's now signed. So there could be a really insane rule and outcome to this whole process where the high impact player rule
It's just for Trinity Rodman.
is just
I
for
mean,
Trinity
come
Rodman.
on, let's just call it what it is. That's what it was meant to be for anyway.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God.
It is ridiculous. The write up I think was in the Athletic and about interview with Michelle Kang being like, I just kept waking up. I kept reading these headlines of Trinity Rodman doesn't know where she's going to be playing next season. Trinity Rodman this. I saw Trinity Rodman is unattached in the US Women's National Team roster, and I was like, we have to get this sorted. I'm like, I don't think you were powerless in the situation, were you?
so I threw some money at it,
Yeah.
and weirdly, it worked.
The solution came together overnight. It is strange. I mean, it's good for her. She clearly wanted to stay.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm happy it's worked out for Trinity Rodman. I think they are kidding themselves if they think she is not going to leave Washington Spirit at some point, because she has said it's her dream. Like, she would kick herself if she doesn't play in Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
So it could be the case that they've spent all of this money and then she leaves anyway in a year. But
Oh, that would be good. That would be fun.
that would be funny. while Michelle Kang's also causing havoc for her rivals by signing Delphine Cascarino for LCL,
Oh, yeah.
taking a player from your direct rival in the NWSL for
Yeah.
your team in a different league.
Also, always loved twins in the WSL.
Yes.
Give me more twins.
I really wanted to have an earring in for her first game.
Show of solidarity.
Just for the bit. The big signing, I think, though, that it's made history is Birmingham City have set a new WSL 2 transfer record, signing Vilma Leidhammer at £270-something thousand, which would have been a world record fee like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Like, it shows how quickly the fees in the women's game have grown. But apparently they're predicting in Sweden that she'll be the next Asllani. Like, she's like that kind of player.
Ooh,
Finding
fun.
the spaces, creating things. But it now means that 14 players from Scandinavian teams have moved to England.
Wow.
This transfer window alone.
That is such a
crazy.
huge exodus.
Yeah. You remember the England-Sweden game at the Euros? 8 of Sweden's starting 11 now play in England.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love.
Like, we are raiding Scandinavia for players.
To me, there's something uncomfortable about that.
Yeah. It's like the if all of the best talent is being siphoned out of those leagues really quickly. But it's also, I guess, it speaks to how good the youth development is in Sweden and Norway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
So many of those players are being picked up. But yeah, I was like, wow, that is. Birmingham, they are aiming for that second promotion spot, aren't they?
Yeah, and I would not be surprised if they got it at all.
They're currently sitting in it with a game in hand. So it'd be fun to see them come up.
Any other notices?
Speaking of Norwegians, don't know if this is news, but my number one fave, Tinker Tamberg, has charmed me again by going dressing gown shopping in the Spurs shop. Don't know if either of you guys saw this.
I haven't.
Really charmed me. She's like wandering around the Spurs shop with some of the other new signings, with some of the new signings, like Gopset, and she picks up this Spurs dressing gown, and she's like, I absolutely love it. She's like trying it on. She's like, I'm gonna wear this all the time. Goes to the checkout, like gets it all wrapped up for her. She's just like marches off happily with her new Spurs dressing gown, and I'm like, babe, you're adorable.
You know it's not an act with her as well.
Yeah.
You know she genuinely
It's
loves that Spurs dressing gown.
So funny.
That's so sweet.
I'm happy for her. She's living her dream.
She came back today.
Literally her
she was
dream.
back from injury today. First match back.
Tinker.
So cute. Also Spurs. Speaking of Spurs, they're about to join, or maybe have. I don't know if they've had a home game since they announced it, but they're about to join the trial for alcohol in the stands.
Yes, I saw that.
Along with some WSL2 clubs, including Nottingham Forest. So booze at the City Ground as well.
Wow, perfect. But you've seen they've done a survey into fans as to how they're thinking about it after, because obviously there was the 4 teams who were trialled last season. It's still technically a trial, even though it's most of the top 2 leagues, because I think under their rules they can still only technically call it a trial. But they surveyed 4,000 fans about lots of things, not just about alcohol in the stands. But 70% of fans are in favour of keeping it,
That's interesting.
and it doesn't seem to have any impact on people like people's views on stadium atmosphere or like the family friendly nature of it, or like match safety. I think match safety got a 9.4 out of 10 rating based on everyone's feedback. So.
I still haven't had a drink at the Emirates.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
my seat.
I had a delicious fruity cider at Stamford Bridge yesterday, and it was delightful.
that's all for Screamers this week, but come back next week when we will be celebrating, enjoying, who knows what will be happening with the inaugural prestigious Champions Cup, and we'll be catching up with all of the WSL action. But until then,
Follow us across Instagram, TikTok and YouTube at screamers_pod. Or you can email us at screamerspod@gmail.com.
And please follow, rate and review us wherever you're listening to us right now, so we can reach more Women's Footy fans.
Bye.
bye.